Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Spokane Steve here, and it's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. 1966 today. It's a doubleheader today, a Houston-Los Angeles doubleheader. I played the 1974 Houston at Los Angeles earlier today, and now it's the 1966 Los Angeles at Houston, April 19th. 66, the second of a three-game set between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers. This one taking place in the spacious Astrodome. Don Drysdale will be on the mound for the Dodgers today. Turk Farrell for Houston. Drysdale 13-16, 3.42. Solid, not one of his better years. For the Turk, he was 32 years old by this point, and his best years were behind him, coming off of 4 very solid seasons in a row for Houston. And those were not his only good seasons. But this one not so much so, with a 4.60 ERA, 21 starts, 2 saves, starter reliever, primarily a starter. So we get to the lineups here in a minute. I've got some tea, tried a different tea. Cinnamon spice decaf. It's not bad. It's a little on the sweet side for my taste. Let me clear my throat. All right, for the Dodgers, Maury Wills will lead off and play short. Wes Parker will bat second and play first base. Ron Fairley in right field hits third. Jim Lefevre in the cleanup spot at third base. Lou Johnson plays left field, bats fifth. John Roseborough will do the catching and hit sixth. Willie Davis is in center field, hitting seventh. Nate Oliver at second base hits eighth, and Drysdale hits ninth. 2 pitchers that could handle the bat today, Drysdale and Farrell, both 6'N". And here's the Astros lineup. Joe Morgan will lead off and play second base. Excuse me. Trying to warm things up here. Wear out the cords. Sonny Jackson hits second at shortstop. Jimmy Wynn will bat third and play center field. Rusty Staub, the cleanup man, in left field today. Left field, as Dave Nicholson plays right field and bats fifth. Dave Nicholson getting the start today, 280 at-bats that year. Jim Gentile at first base hits sixth. Bob Aspromonte bats seventh, plays third base. John Bateman does the catching and hits eighth. And Turk Farrell bats ninth. So with that out of the way, we're ready to get started here. The snow has subsided, about 34 in Spokane. Supposed to get some rain later and throughout the week, maybe clear some of this up. Make the roads a little nicer anyway, a little more drivable. Okay, here we go. Farrell's completed his warm-ups as Maury Wills steps in, a switch hitter hitting left. Umpire says play ball. Farrell gets the sign from Bateman, and here's the first pitch of the game. That's going to be a 5-3 to the lefty, a fly ball to left field X. That's going to be Staub. Staub, a 3E13. Here's the play. On a 9, that's the error range. We got an E13 on a roll of a 5, and that's going to be a 2-base error. No. 12 is an E2. Or are they all E2? They're all E2s. Holy crap. 2-base error by Staub. So an E7 right off the bat. Error Astros, and Wills is in scoring position. So Staub totally misplayed that, allowing Wills to get into scoring position. Excuse me. And here's Wes Parker now. Switch hitter batting left. Farrell from the stretch. Pitch to Parker is a 4-7. That's a double to 3, but that will be a fly ball playable. Staub has this one. And puts it away. Let's try writing it in the correct box there. So one down, and here's Fairley. Ron Fairley, a left-handed batter. Farrell from the stretch. The pitch to Fairley is 6-6 to the left-hander. High fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Nicholson. That's off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. Wills will score on a double by Ron Fairley. So Fairley comes up with an RBI double here. Wills in to score. That'll be an unearned run. And quickly, it's 1-0 Los Angeles. And greetings, Aaron. Welcome. Yes, indeed. Wrote that in the wrong spot. And here's Lefevre, switch hitter hitting left, one down. Pitch from Farrell, a 3-3 against the right-hander is a grounder to second base. That's going to be Morgan. Holds the runner and throws him out. And that'll bring up Lou Johnson with 2 away. Farrell trying to get out of this with minimal damage now. He was hurt by the error. Here's the pitch to Johnson. A 4-10 to the righty. Catcher's card X. That's going to be Bateman. He's a 3-9. And here is the play. On a 20, it's a pass ball and foul out. So the pass ball allows Fairley to go to third. And then Johnson is retired on a foul out to the catcher, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run unearned, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of half an inning, it's Los Angeles 1, Houston coming to bat. I'm going to take just a minute and try to clear my throat here. Once again, off to a rough start. Okay. All right, that's better. Drysdale completes his warm-ups. To the bottom of the first we go. It'll be Joe Morgan to lead things off for Houston. Drysdale into the windup now. Here's the pitch to little Joe, a 6-5 to the lefty. Is a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Maury Wills. Wills, a 3-27 into the hole. Here's the play. On a 3, can't get to it. He knocks it down, but has no play. That will be an infield single. So Morgan aboard on the single. Morgan an asterisk 15. Drysdale +1. Roseboro -3. That's a combination of 2. That would make him a 13. And they will not hold him. They'll let him go 1 through 13 should he choose to do so. And here's Sonny Jackson. He's going to try to poke one through that right side before Morgan gets any ideas. Drysdale from the stretch now. The pitch is a 4-6 to the left. He gets a single to 3, and that's a 1. That's a single to first. Again, an infield hit. 1 base advance. Morgan will have to stop at second. And Houston is in business here in the bottom of the second. Runners at first and second, nobody out. In the heart of the order coming up, here's Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon. Drysdale from the stretch, trying to settle down now, towing the dirt in front of the rubber. Now set. The pitch to Wynn, a 3-2 to the righty, and he walks him, and the bases are loaded. Oh my goodness, right off the bat here. 2 singles and a walk, and the Astros have loaded the bases with nobody out. Here's Staub now. Trotters will be back, trying to avoid the big inning. Rusty Staub at the plate Nicholson on deck. The pitch to Staub on a 5-2 high fly ball to right field. Back goes Fairley at the track and makes the catch. Morgan will tag up and score easily on that. 5-2 to a lefty. That was a homer to 11. The roll is a 14, and Staub almost hit a grand slam home run there. Instead, that'll go sacrifice fly 9. Sacrifice fly Staub. He gets an RBI on that play. And it's all tied up at 1. So 1 out, first and second, and here's Dave Nicholson. Drysdale from the stretch. Here's the pitch, a 3-7, and Nicholson draws the walk, and the bases are loaded again. Wynn down to second, Jackson to third. Holy cow, Drysdale really having trouble with his command here in the first inning. And here's Gentile with the bases loaded and 1 out, infield back. Here's the pitch on a 5-7, swung on and missed strike 3. And at first he hummed him inside to back him off the plate a little bit, and then got him with a fastball away. Classic Drysdale, 2 down, and here's Aspromonte. Drysdale from the full windup. Here is the pitch on a 2-7. Tapper down to short. That's Wills. He'll go the short way to second, and that'll do it. But the Astros tie it. A run on 2 hits. They leave the bases loaded. And we've got a 1-1 tie here at the end of 1 inning complete. Just getting underway here on a chilly Sunday afternoon here in Spokane. It stopped snowing. There's still snow on the ground. Farrell getting ready to work in the second inning. It'll be Roseboro, Willie Davis, and Oliver for Los Angeles. Dodgers come into the game. Let's take a look at the standings real quick here. Dodgers come into the game with a 6-1 mark. Houston 2-5. Second of a 3-game set. I already said that. Oh, Aaron Smith says Beaver Cleaver. Oh, God, I've seen that. I totally remember that episode. That was funny. He was on another TV show, too. Now you've got me thinking. I can't think of what it is now, though. Anyway, on to the second. 1-1 tie. Farrell ready to pitch to John Roseboro here. That's a 2-12 liner, speared by Gentile. So Roseboro line drive to first base. He's retired. And Willie Davis will be the batter. Left-handed hitting center fielder. And here's the pitch. On a 1-7, it's a pop-up to first base. Gentile again, he makes the catch. He's doing it all himself here this inning. And here's Nate Oliver with 2 down. Here's Farrell's pitch. It's a 5-2 to the righty. Fly ball to left. That's playable for Staub. He's got it, and it's a 1-2-3 quick inning for Turk Farrell. And hello, Joel Horland. Joel's back. That was it, the Brady Bunch. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. That was going to drive me crazy. I had to wait until the game was over and then Google it. But by which time I would probably have forgotten at my age. Lying to yourself at age 67 is saying, I don't need to write that down. I'll remember it. Okay, it's Bateman, Farrell, and Morgan tie ball game. Drysdale ready to work. The windup, the pitch to Bateman. That's going to be a 5-7. Swung on and missed strike 3. Drysdale starting to settle down now. Here's Farrell, end power, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-3. Swung on and missed strike 3. And Drysdale blows it right by his opposite number. 2 down, and here's Joe Morgan. Morgan singled and scored in the first. Here's the pitch. On a 1-8 high fly ball to right field. Back goes Fairley, and that ball is gone. Home run, Joe Morgan. And it's 2-1 Houston. I see the Astros finally in their, what did I say they are, 2-5 in their 8th game of the season. They finally figure out to put Joe Morgan in the leadoff spot. I've been thinking that all along. He's hit 6th, 5th cleanup. I'm thinking, there's your leadoff man. What is wrong with you, Grady Hatton? Well, by game 8, he gave it a shot, and Morgan's hot today with a single and a homer. It's 2-1 Houston. Morgan likes batting leadoff. I always felt he should have batted leadoff for Cincinnati, but that was Rose's spot. So 2 away, 2-1 game now, and here's Sonny Jackson. The pitch is a 6-9 to the left-hander, and that's ripped down the right field line and into the corner for extra bases. Jackson into second, standing with a double. Drysdale not looking sharp today. He started the inning striking out 2. On the other hand, they were the bottom 2 hitters in the order. And here is Wynn. Wynn walked in the first inning. Drysdale with a pitch on a 2-6, and he walks again. Another base on balls to the toy cannon. And it's first and second 2 away, and Drysdale's in a jam now. Here comes Rusty Staub. He drove in a run in the first with a sacrifice fly that was almost a grand slam home run. Roseboro out to the mound now. And yeah, that's right, Aaron. Ann Myers, basketball player. I loved Don as an announcer, as a color man. Here's the pitch to start. A 3-12 liner, speared by Oliver. And that will end the inning, but they pick up a run on 2 hits. The home run by Morgan. They leave 2 men on. And after 2 complete, it's 2-1 Houston. And Turk Farrell will get ready to work the third. It'll be Drysdale to lead things off. Right-handed batter with end power. Here's the pitch. On a 5-10 to the righty. That's shortstop X. That'll be Sonny Jackson. Jackson a 3-40 into the hole. And here is the play on a 19. He's got it. Plants long throw across in time. 6-3X goes the play, and it'll be Maury Wills. Wills reached on an error in the first inning, came around to score. Farrell, the pitch to Wills, a 3-9, base hit up the middle for Maury. So Maury's on with a single, always a threat to run. Asterisk 15. Farrell a -1, Bateman a 0. So 14, they're going to hold him on. That'll make him a 1-12, and he'll think twice about that as Wes Parker steps in. So 1 out here. Wills held on first. From the stretch, the pitch to Parker is a 5-7. That's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Morgan. Morgan a 3-30. Shocking, I know. Here's the play on a 20. He's got it and throws him out, and that'll retire this. Well, that's a double play. I'm sorry. 20, ground ball A. Morgan not only has it, flips to Jackson on to first for the double play to end the inning. That goes 4-6-3X. That'll do it. No runs a hit, nobody left. 2-1 ball game heading to the bottom of the third. Drysdale getting ready to work now. It'll be Nicholson, Gentile, and Aspromonte due up for Houston. Just getting settled in here. Pull up a chair. Glad you could be here with me today. Definitely an inside day. Here's Nicholson now. Nicholson walked his first time up. Drysdale into the windup. Pitch to Nicholson. It's a 5-9. That's a high fly ball to right field. Fairly back just shy of the track and makes the catch. So the crowd gets excited over that one. But it's allowed out on a 13. No, he's a right-handed batter. I'm sorry. Nicholson's a right-handed batter. Excuse me. 5-9 is a homer to 5. That's a double. So my second scoring snafu of the day. It's a leadoff double for Dave Nicholson. I don't know why I thought Nicholson was a left-hander. I guess I should look at the card, huh? So Nicholson's aboard. I'm not sure how that would have affected his walk in the first inning, but I can't do much about that now. Here's Gentile with one down. Drysdale from the stretch. That's a 110, and he hits him. Whoa. That's Drysdale, so you never know. Runner was at second, and they've been hitting him pretty good. He may have just plunked Gentile on purpose to send a message. Hard to say. Hard to say. Here's Aspromonte. First, second, nobody out. From the stretch. That's going to be a 6-10. Swung on and missed strike 3. And down goes Aspromonte on strikes. And here's Bateman. He struck out in the second inning. Drysdale rears back, and from the windup, a 1-4. Grounder to the pitcher. Drysdale has it. Down to Wills to first. That's a double play. That goes 1-6-3. Drysdale gets out of that mess. No runs, a hit, one left. 2-1 Houston after 3 complete. And here's Farrell. Farrell getting loose. I'll take a sip of tea. It'll be Fairley, Lefevre, and Johnson due. Farrell set to go now. Fairley steps in from the left side. The windup. The pitch to Ron, a 5-9. Swung on and missed strike 3. And Farrell's first K of the ball game. And here's Lefevre. Switch hitter batting left. Here's the pitch on a 3-8. That's a base hit right up the middle. So a single for Lefevre with one away. No threat to run, and that'll bring up Lou Johnson. Johnson fouled out to the catcher his first at bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch, a 4-10, catcher's card X. That's Bateman, a 3-E-9. And here's the play. On a 9, that's the error range. So an E9 on the roll of a 9. That's a ground ball C. So Bateman will make the play. 2-3-X, and Lefevre takes second. Runner in scoring position 2 away, it's Johnny Roseboro. Lined out to first his first time up. Here's the pitch from Farrell. On a 2-8, it's a base hit into center. That's an open single. Lefevre can try to score on that. Wins a 0 in center. Lefevre a 12 with 2 outs of 14. He's coming. Wynn hits the cutoff man, Morgan. Here's the throw, and they've got him. What a relay that was. Holy cow, Lefevre's gunned down at the plate. On a relay from Wynn to Morgan to Bateman. No runs, a hit, a man left. Well, you had to send him there. 70% with 2 outs. Drysdale ready to go. Farrell's going to be leading off the bottom of the inning for Houston. Then the top of the order, Morgan and Jackson. Drysdale ready to work. Here's the pitch to Farrell. Batting right-handed, a 5-6 fly to center. That's playable for Willie Davis, and he'll make the catch for the out. And it's Joe Morgan now. Morgan, 1 for 2, reached on an error and singled. No, Morgan's 2 for 2, homered and singled. I beg your pardon, he scored twice. Here's the pitch to Little Joe, a 380, draws the walk. Morgan is loving that leadoff spot, and he'll have to be held on. 2, 13, that'll make him a 1 through 11 held on. And here's Sonny Jackson. From the stretch, it's a 1-4, pop up right side. That's going to be Wes Parker making the catch. And there's 2 down. And it's up to Jimmy Wynn. Jimmy's walked twice. He was always good at drawing the walk. 40, this year only 41 and 418 at bats. He's done better. The pitch to Jimmy, a 2-6, and he walks again. 3 for 3 in the walk column for Jimmy Wynn today. Morgan will take second. Drysdale's walked 2 batters this inning. There's 2 out, and here's Rusty Staub. 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Pitch to Staub, a 4-7. That's going to be a single 2-base advance ripped into right center. Morgan will come in to score on that. Win into third. And it's 3-1 Houston. So Staub with an RBI single here. And Nicholson will be the batter. Righty on righty. From the stretch, a 4-12 is first base X. That's Parker. Parker Gold Glove caliber at a 1E13. Here's the play on a 19. Easy play for Wes. He'll take it to the bag himself. And that will do it. The Astros get another run, however, on a hit, leave a pair. After 4 complete, it's 3-1 Houston. Farrell taking his warm-ups now. Davis, Oliver, and Drysdale due in the 5th inning. Okay, Farrell's ready to go. Davis steps in from the left side. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's a 5-11 to the lefty. First base X ground ball. That's Gentile, 3E18. And here's the play. On a 20, he's got it. Flips to Farrell covering. So Davis bounces out to Gentile, and here's Nate Oliver. Oliver, a poor hitter against righties. The pitch is a 6-8, swung on and missed strike 3, and down goes Oliver. And Drysdale will bat. 2 away, end power. 110, tapper to short. That'll be Jackson. Scoops it up. Throws across in time, and a 1-2-3 inning for Turk Farrell, who's cruising along now with a 3-1 lead. Drysdale getting loose here in the bottom of the 5th. Have a little sip of tea. Gentile, Aspromonte, and Bateman do. Drysdale into the windup. Here's the pitch to Gentile. A 4-4, tap her down to third base X, that'll be Lefevre. Lefevre, a 3E24, goes to his left. Here's the play on a 7, that's the error raise. So on an E24, that's going to be trouble. A roll of a 4, and he boots it. So an error, second error of the game, one each side. Gentile, very slow. No threat to run whatsoever. And here's Aspromonte now, 0 for 2 so far. Drysdale from the stretch. Seems like he's been pitching out of the stretch all afternoon. Here's the pitch to Aspromonte, a 1-9. Grounder to second base. That's going to be Oliver. His only play is to first, and the runner will advance. So Aspromonte takes second. Rather, Gentile takes second on the ground out by Aspromonte, I should say. And here's Bateman now. Bateman 0 for 2. Drysdale, the full windup. Here's the pitch on a 3-4. Fly to right field. Playable. Fairley's got it, and there's 2 down. Inning extended by the error by Lefevre, and that will allow Turk Farrell to come to bat. And here's the pitch. It's a 2-10. Base hit open into center field. Oh my goodness. Farrell comes through with a hit. Gentile could try to score on that. I don't see that happening. He's a 1 through 8 with 2 out, 1 through 10. Davis -1, 1 through 9, no. He will hold on the single. And they'll let Joe Morgan have a crack at it. And why not? Little Joe's on fire. Single, homer, and walk so far today. And Roseborough's out to the mound again. Drysdale does not look at all himself today. He's keeping him in the game, but he's definitely battling here. Okay, they're set now. Roseborough back behind the plate. The pitch to Morgan on a 6-10. Pop up. Oliver calling for it, and that will do it. No runs a hit, 2 left on. There was an error. And at the end of 5 complete, it's Houston 3, Los Angeles 1. Los Angeles has not been able to solve Turk Farrell so far. Their only run is unearned. Wills opened the game by reaching base on an error and came around to score, and that's it. Farrell's only allowed 4 hits. Top of the order once again, though, Wills, Parker, and Fairley. Farrell comes set, the windup. Pitch to Maury on a 1-8. That's a base hit into right field, and Wills is aboard with a leadoff single. Farrell an S7 as far as endurance goes. He will be held on. Maury will be held on. -1, that's 14. He's a 12 held. And Parker will bat away. Parker hoping to shoot one through the right side. Farrell from the stretch. The pitch to West, a 4-7. It's a double to 3, but that will be a playable fly ball. Caught by Rusty Staub. 4-7. Lefty, double to 3. The rule is a 6. And he's retired on a fly ball to left field. Here's Ron Fairley. Fairley 1 for 2. He's the batter that drove in Wills in the first with the Dodgers' only run so far. Farrell from the stretch. Pitch to Fairley, a 4-7. Double to 3. Same roll, left field. Staub's there. 2 down. And that'll bring up Lefevre. 1 for 2 today. Farrell from the stretch. Pitch to Jim Lefevre, a 5-2 to the lefty. It's a ground ball down to second base. Joe Morgan has it. Flips over to Gentile for the out, and that will do it. No runs a hit. 1 left on. Still a 3-1 ball game. Here's Drysdale now. Jackson, Wynn, and Staub do. Houston leading 3-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Drysdale the windup and the pitch, a 5-9 to the left-hander. High fly ball to right field. He's a weak, so that'd be a single anyway, but that will be caught by Fairley. So a 5-9 single 1-5. The roll is a 16. And here's Jimmy Wynn. Wynn has walked all 3 times he's been to the plate. And here's the pitch on a 3-8. Swung on and missed strike 3. So Drysdale, finally deciding to throw strikes to the toy cannon, strikes him out. And here's Staub, 1 for 2. 2 RBIs for Rusty. Here's the pitch on a 3-7 pop-up. Wes Parker will take it, and a 1-2-3 inning. After 6 complete, it's Houston 3, Los Angeles 1. Looks like we've got about just under 13,000 fans here in the Astrodome today. It was a Monday evening, April 19th, 1966. Farrell ready to work now in the 7th, leading 3-1. This will be his first inning of possible fatigue, as it's Johnson, Roseboro, and Willie Davis. Farrell the windup. Pitch to Lou Johnson is a 6-6, and that is ripped down into the left field corner. Johnson rounding now. Rounding second, puts the brakes on and scampers back. He'll settle for a long double. So on a 6-6, triple to 7, the roll is a 20. And Houston will get somebody up in the pen. They're going to get Mike Cuellar loose. Owens is a righty. They're only lefty in the pen, which they kind of need with all these lefty switch hitters in the Dodger lineup. So Cuellar getting ready. Man on second, nobody out, and here's Roseboro. Here's the pitch from Farrell. That's going to be a 2-10. It's a foul out to the catcher. Bateman makes the play. And there's one down. Willie Davis now, 0 for 2. Dodgers trying to get something going. They've been unable to solve Farrell yet today. Pitch to Davis on a 3-10. That's a single 2-base advance, and that's going to drive in Johnson, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Johnson in to score on the single by Willie Davis. He'll be held on. 16, that makes him a 14 held. Oliver only a C hit and run. He'd be a B with the runner held. And he's a terrible hitter. For some reason, that seems like a good idea to me. Walt Alston calls for the hit and run. And here's the play on a 4. It's a single with a 2-base advance. Oh my God, and Nate Oliver makes Alston look like a genius. Davis, running on the pitch, easily goes into third. I think that's the first hit and run I've used, at least the first one I've used successfully. And that tires Farrell, and here comes Grady Hatton. Oliver's an asterisk 15. But we'll see who they bring in. It'll be Cuellar. Farrell goes 6 1/3. Allows 8 hits. 2 runs so far, 1 earned. 2 runners on are his responsibility. He did not walk a batter. And he struck out 2. So Cuellar, the lone left-hander down there, will be coming on. And now what will the Dodgers do? Drysdale due up. It's a 3-2 game. A C bunter. Houston playing at double play depth. Or would they hold the runner on? I'm going to do the Guterman method. 1 through 3, it's in. 4 through 6, they hold it on. Well, no, you can't do it that way. It's 1 dice. Okay, they hold him on. Infield's back, runner is held. So Oliver, an asterisk 15, 12, that'll make him a 10, so he can't do anything. 1 through 10, if he even got the lead. Drysdale's going to hit away. Probably should pinch hit. But I'm sticking with Drysdale here. He's a 6 hitters card. With end power on a 1-5. Big mistake there as he grounds to third into the ground ball A. That's going to be Aspromonte to Morgan to first. And Drysdale grounds into the inning-ending double play. The Dodgers get 1 on 3 hits and leave a man. At the end of 6 1/2, Houston 3, Los Angeles 2. So Cuellar comes in right there and puts out the fire with 1 pitch. Drysdale also in S7. It'll be Nicholson, Gentile, and Aspromonte for Houston in the bottom of the 7th in a 3-2 ball game. And they did, Aaron. Have you seen that on YouTube? You could see the entire 1965 World Series is on there. And they make a point of getting that on camera before the game, before game 1. I wonder if that's the only time in history that's been done. You'd think in all those games somebody else would have had that. But I sure can't think of one. Anyway, we'll get back to this one. Moving along to the bottom of the 7th. Houston with a 3-2 lead. Nicholson, Gentile, and Aspromonte. Drysdale with a pitch to Nicholson on a 2-8. That's a base hit into left field. Nicholson aboard with a leadoff single. And now the Dodgers will get somebody up in the pen. It'll be the left-hander, Johnny Padres. He'll also be joined by Bob Miller, the right-hander. Nicholson, not a threat to steal. And here's Gentile now, 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Drysdale from the stretch on a 2-11, and he hits him again. Some reason Drysdale's got it out for Gentile. Not a good idea, though, because that forces Nicholson into scoring position. And now Drysdale will get a warning from the home plate umpire. Drysdale puts up his arms as if to say, what? We're trailing 3-2. Surely you don't think I hit him on purpose. Be that as it may, he's been warned, and now here's Aspromonte. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-6 to the righty. Swung on and missed strike 3. And that's the first out of the inning. They'll bring up Bateman. Bateman 0 for 3 today. Drysdale gets the sign. Pitch to Bateman on a 6-6, grounder to third base. That's going to be a forced play. That's going to be Lefevre. Down to Oliver to first, not in time. The 5-4 force. So Gentile is forced. Nicholson goes into third. There's 2 down runners at the corners. And Cuellar will be the hitter. And this is a tough decision for Houston now. Cuellar, a 1 NL. I need a different pitcher's hitting card. If they take him out, it's top of the order. You've got the 3 switch hitters and the lefty. They really need Cuellar to pitch the top of the 8th, so he's going to have to hit. They have the lead. 6-4 to the left-hander. That's shortstop X ground ball. That's Wills, 3E27. Here's the play. On a 6, he makes the play. Just barely. 6-3X. No runs, a hit, 2 left. I would have really liked to bat for Houston there. But they've got nothing but righties down in the pen. Cuellar, their only lefty. He actually pitched 5+ innings in this game in real life and came away with the win, which is where I borrowed the idea from. He'll face the top of the order as stated. Wills, Parker, and Fairley. Dodgers trailing by a run here in the top of the 8th. Cuellar ready to go now. Bateman flashing the signs. Here's the pitch to Morgan. On a 1-4, fly to right field. It's playable for Nicholson. He's got it, and there's 1 down. And here's Wes Parker. He'll turn around and bat righty. Here's the pitch. A 2-9 swung on and missed strike 3. Cuellar rewarding Grady Hatton's faith in him, letting him bat there at the bottom of the 7th. He needed his left-handed arm here against these hitters. Here's the pitch to Fairley. On a 5-8 grounder to second base X, that's Morgan. 3E30, Morgan behind the bag. Here's the play on a 16. He's got it, turns and throws in time. 4-3X, a 1-2-3 inning for Cuellar. Drysdale still out there. Top of the order for the Astros. Little Joe Morgan to lead things off here. Morgan, 2 for 3 today with a walk. He homered in the 2nd inning. Drysdale with the windup now. The pitch to Little Joe on a 1-5, and he draws another walk. Morgan's aboard again. They can't get Morgan out today. He's unstoppable. He'll have to be held on. Jackson with Wynn on deck. Padres and Miller throwing in the Dodger bullpen. From the stretch, pitch to Jackson is a 6-8 ground ball to second. Oliver has it, flips to Wills to first, double play. How about that? A fine play by Nate Oliver. That erases the runner with 2 outs and nobody on. Jimmy Wynn will be the hitter. Wynn 0 for 1. He's walked 3 times, struck out his last at bat. And here's the pitch on a 6-3. Right field X. That's Fairley. Fairley a 2E8. Towards the line. Here's the play. It's the E8 on the roll of a 6, and he can't get it. Off his glove. That's a 2-base error. That's the Dodgers' 2nd error of the afternoon, and that puts Wynn in scoring position for Staub. And here comes Walt Alston, and he's going to pull Drysdale. They're going to go to the lefty here with Staub coming up. Johnny Padres will be coming in. So Don Drysdale, 7 2/3 innings. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 6 and hit 2 batters. So uncharacteristically wild today was Drysdale. He struck out 4. And here's Johnny Padres, the lefty. Coming in to face Staub. With Wynn in scoring position and 2 away. Okay, Padres ready to go now. The pitch to Rusty Staub on a 2-10 high fly ball to right field, fairly back to the track, and makes the catch for the out. And the crowd lets out a gasp. They thought that was gone. No runs, no hits, a man left. There was an error. At the end of 8 innings, it's Houston 3, Los Angeles 2. And fasten your seatbelts, we're going to the 9th. Cuellar coming out. He's been tough so far. Lefevre, Johnson, and Roseboro due up. For the Astros, just in case, Claude Raymond begins throwing lightly in the Houston pen. And here's the pitch to Lefevre. 3-8 against the lefty. A single to 6, but that line drive will find the glove of Strat-O-Matic. And there's one down. Cuellar looking in complete command out there as Lou Johnson comes to the plate. 1 for 3 today. Cuellar, the windup, pitch to Johnson on a 1-10. That's ripped down the left field line for extra bases. Johnson's going to be in with a double. His second double of the afternoon, and the tying run is in scoring position with 1 down. And John Roseboro will be the batter. The Dodgers have Torborg. I'm looking at possible hitting scenarios here against Cuellar. Oliver to follow. They're going to stick with Roseboro. Thought about bringing in a right-hander here. Johnny Roseboro is going to bat. Runner on second, 1 out. Here's the pitch, a 4-6. That's going to be a 2-base advance single, and John Roseboro has just tied this game up. Johnson comes in to score on the RBI single by Johnny Roseboro, and we're all knotted up at 3. Willie Davis, the hitter now. Bateman going out to the mound. Cuellar will face Willie Davis. Claude Raymond is ready. Here's the pitch, a 3-4 high fly ball to right field. That's into the corner, rattling around. Davis rounding second. Roseboro will score. The throw coming in the relay. Willie Davis is in there with a 3-dog triple. And the Dodgers take the lead. 3-4 against the lefty. Homer to 6, and he's a weak. It's a triple. A Willie Davis specialty. He only had 6 of them that season. And it's 4-3. And here comes Grady Hatton, and that's going to be it for Cuellar. Claude Raymond's been ready. Cuellar went 2 innings. No, actually, I've got 2 outs there. Yeah, 2 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs so far. No walks and a K, and here comes Claude Raymond. Ron Peronowski joins Bob Miller in the Dodger pen. One out, runner on third. Houston will pull the infield in. Oliver, a terrible hitter against righties. They're going to go to the bench. Tommy Davis will hit for Oliver. John Kennedy would go in and play third base with Lefevre moving over to second. A move we should be quite familiar with by now. Infield in. Raymond's pitch to Tommy Davis. On a 2-6, that's a grounder to shortstop. A with the infield in, the runner will hold. And that's 2 down. And now they're going to bat for Padres. So Oliver will be replaced by Kennedy. He'll play third base, a 1E17. Lefevre moves to second base, where he is a 3E17. Padres faced only Rusty Staub and retired him. All 3 runs charged to Drysdale. Actually, I charged Farrell with 2 earned runs, and that is not right. It should only be 1. 1 run was unearned. Peronowski will come on. I don't think I've used Peronowski yet in this replay. Maybe. And right now, we need a batter. Pinch hitting for Johnny Padres. Will be Al Ferrara. Davis and Ferrara both played in this game in real life. So Davis still at third. Willie Davis, that is. 2 down. Al Ferrara will be the hitter, and here's the pitch from Raymond. On a 2-10 high fly ball to left field, way back and gone. Al Ferrara has just come off the bench to hit a 2-run home run. Holy cow, and the fans in Houston are deflated after that when Davis scores. .210, righty, homer to 18. The roll is a 15. Al Ferrara, and it's 6-3. 2-run pinch hit home run by Al Ferrara. He hit .270 that year with 5 home runs. And they open it up a bit, and here's Wills with 2 down. Pitch from Raymond on a 3-9. That's a base hit up the middle. The Dodgers suddenly woke up here and started hitting in the 9th inning. They've been pretty quiet most of the game, especially against Farrell. Wills will not need to be held on due to the fact that Raymond has an excellent hold, -4. He's a 1-11 not held. And here's Wes Parker. Here's the pitch from the stretch. A 5-9 to the lefty. Fly to center, playable. That's Wynn. He's got it, and mercifully it comes to an end, but not before the Dodgers plate 4 to take the lead on 5 hits and leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Los Angeles 6, Houston 3. And on comes Perinoski. Nicholson, Gentile, and Aspromonte do. Hang on, I just knocked my tea over. Holy cow, all hell's breaking loose here. I got a little bit on the crap top. Hang on while I get a towel. Hopefully we don't go through this again. I already had coffee on the laptop, and now there's tea on the crap top. The crap top, of course, is the borrowed computer. An older, smaller one that I'm using to monitor the stream. Okay, it seems to be under control. Oh my goodness. And I got tea on the "we'll be right back" thing. And then I put it on the scoreboard, the score sheet. All right. Crisis averted, I think. Oh my goodness. Got some on the mouse too. Good gravy. All right. Here we go. I've got tea all over this desk. 6-3, bottom of the 9th. Let's finish it off. Nicholson to lead things off. Perinoski gets the sign from Roseboro. Here's the pitch, a 6-9 to the right-hander. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and down goes Nicholson. And they'll bat for Gentile against the left-hander. They'll bring on their right-handed first baseman, Chuck Harrison, to hit for Gentile. Harrison, a right-handed hitter, he hit .256 that year, .380 slugging. Peronoski into the windup. Pitch to Harrison on a 3-11. Tapper down to first base. That's going to be Parker. Flips to Peronoski covering, and that's 2 outs. And it'll be up to Aspromonte now. Peronoski gets his sign. Here's the windup. The pitch to Aspromonte on a 1-8 as a tapper down to shortstop. Wills has it. Throws to Parker, and that's the ball game. 1, 2, 3. I'll have to look up if that's a save or not. I don't think it is under the old rules. I actually printed these out. Tyler, go ahead and run. 2-run lead. 3-run lead and pitches 2 or more innings. So no, it's not a save under the old rules. But Drysdale cannot win it. He left trailing. Padres only pitched a third of an inning. I'm going to award the win to Peronoski. Wait, let's see about that. He was in the 8th. Yeah, then he came out and they rallied. Peronoski I'm going to give the win to. I can't give it to Padres. He only faced 1 batter. So scorer's decision. Raymond, 2/3, 2 hits, a run. Cuellar ends up with the loss. What do you know about that? Cuellar was humming along. He looked like he was going to nail it down. And then the floodgates opened. It sounds like my cat wants to be fed for about the 7th time today. 6-3 is the final for Los Angeles. 6 runs. 13 hits. They made 2 errors. The Astros, 3 runs on 7 hits. They made 1 error. That's the final for Houston. So the Dodgers come back in the 9th inning, rallying for 4 runs in the 9th to beat the Astros 6-3. Tomorrow I will probably be out all day. I didn't go out Saturday. Need to go visiting, and I'll be back with you Tuesday. I might do a late game tomorrow. I'll have to see how it goes. If I do, well, either tomorrow or Tuesday, it'll be the Minnesota Twins at the Kansas City Athletics. So join me for that one. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is Spokane Steve wishing you all a very pleasant Sunday evening. Take care, everybody. I got to finish cleaning up my mess here. Oh, good grief.